Today, looking from the book of Genesis chapter 3 from verse 17 to 19 and Genesis 23 to 24, we are talking on the theme, how man first got into trouble. Man did not show true love towards God, even though God had given to man everything that was good and everything that was needed. Man allowed distrust and disobedience to enter his heart. One day, Satan, in the form of a snake, approached Eve and encouraged her to distrust and to disobey God. He told her to eat the fruit of the tree that God had forbidden. In Genesis chapter 3 from verse 1 to 5, Eve obeyed Satan and disobeyed God. She ate the forbidden fruit, and then she gave some to Adam to eat, which he did. Genesis 3 verse 6. This act of disobedience to God brought much trouble to man and to the world. Adam and Eve now became afraid of God. They tried to hide from God. Their deep fellowship with God was gone. Genesis chapter 3 verse 8. Adam and Eve came into conflict with one another. They accused one another, and they were naked, as seen in Genesis 3 verse 7 and verse 12. The ground was cursed. Thorns and thistles multiply. Adam was now to get his food by the sweat of his brow, as seen in Genesis 3 verse 17 to 19, and Eve was to suffer in the delivery of children. Genesis 3 verse 16. Adam and Eve were driven out of the beautiful garden of Eden, as seen in the book of Genesis chapter 3 from verse 23 to 24. Disease, sickness, death, fighting, immorality, and all kinds of other sins entered the world, as in the book of Genesis 4 from verse 8, 5 from verse 5. Worst of all, spiritual death came to Adam and Eve. Separation came between God and man. Man was now faced with eternal death, which means separation from God and punishment forever and ever, as seen in the book of Genesis chapter 2 verse 17b and Romans 5 verse 12 and Romans 18 and 21. My dear brothers and sisters, we have briefly seen how man first got into trouble.